Me.
Wait, your name's Mika?
Boss lady.
How do you say your actual? It's Mika.
Who?
Isn't that who's Mika?
I don't know.
Somebody put. I have notes here. It says Mika.
They probably put Miko.
No, they didn't.
Okay, well, in any case, you had a crazy dating story. You dated someone who had a fatal attraction to you.
Oh yeah.
Tell us the story briefly if you can.
Damn, I forgot I said that.
I
was just dating somebody that was just really insecure. We was really locked in, like on my end, but my coming up, my uprising of everything that I do, like far as music and everything, he was a bit insecure. Like when we go out, he wanted me to just like stare at him, like only look at him, eyes on him. When I go out with my homegirls or my friends, it was like a call every 5 seconds, every 5 minutes. Did you get there? Oh, you didn't get there yet? Oh no. Like it was just antagonizing. Like it was very uncomfortable. We were friends at first because he did music and I did music too. So I thought like, it would be a cool little vibe. And when we started dating, I didn't really get to know him for real yet. But we started dating and then it got to that point of like it's starting to get a little too much. Like wanting me to stay in, be in a cage type. Now I wasn't going for that. So, I talked to my granny and I was like, hey, like, I'm dating this boy, but he like kind of trying to keep me inside. Like, he's very aggressive and like he hacked my Instagram and unfollowed a lot of my friends. Like a lot of my guy friends that I grew up. Huh?
He hacked your IG?
Yes. Girl, let me tell y'all, we just sitting on the couch chilling. We just sitting on the couch chilling and my phone go off like for Instagram notification and his went off. And then it went off again, and his went off.
Oh no!
I'm like, I'm looking like
It matched way too much.
And so one of my long-term friends, and I ain't gonna lie, I was low-key scared of this boy. Like, so one of my long-term friends that I went to high school with, because I was an athlete, I was very popular in high school, so like I had a lot of friends. So when he hit me up, I deleted the message, and I didn't have to delete the message, but I did because I didn't want that to be a whole new conversation to have with this toxic person. So he was like, "Oh, why are you deleting the messages?" And I'm like, "You in my Instagram?" He was in my Instagram. And like I had to dead that situation, unfortunately. And when I did, it didn't end so well. He was saying like, if I can't have you, nobody can. Like, it was so toxic. Yeah. It was so bad, y'all. Like, he done made an Instagram like exposing famous girls and put me as the profile picture.
Bruh.
Yikes.
I'm so sorry.
Looking back on it, did you realize
when
you
I
made some
tell
red flags?
y'all, see, that happened to me a while ago, so I'm able to talk about that now. But during that moment, it was very emotional and like I was in a really dark place, like mentally, because at first I thought that I was tripping. Like I'm like, like maybe I do got trust issues. He not finna harm me, but I knew he was gonna harm me in some type of way. And for him to like try to threaten me with that like Instagram stuff or whatever, I just knew, like I was like, yeah, next time don't doubt your intuition and how you feel, because you was right the whole time. And luckily I've grown from that situation, and I feel like that's why I said it's more important to get to know somebody at least as much as you can, because I didn't know he was like that. And y'all, let me tell y'all, the more I got to know him, the more I got to know that boy was on Beyond Scared Straight. Y'all know that show?
What?
Yeah. Girl.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was on Beyond Scared Straight as a kid.
Wait,
First of all,
what was his like his thing that he went for?
Girl, I don't know. All I know is that I seen somebody.
It's to like punish them. It's to like.
I seen somebody send him a screenshot. I seen somebody send him a screenshot of his face on Beyond Scared Straight as a kid in his DM, and I looked at that. I'm like, damn, I was dealing with a little demon. But
You didn't think anything of his obsessive behavior when he was like being overbearing and.
In the beginning, he wasn't really overbearing. I started seeing signs once I started coming over and we was having like sex.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, yeah, cause I was having sex, So I lost my virginity at 18, so that's respectfully,
How old are you now?
Girl, I said 20-something.
Okay.
I don't want to repeat that.
Why?
I ain't old, but no, I just like, I'm not too open for real. I'm open, but I'm not that open. But I'm 24. It's 2024. You feel me? I'm a 2000 baby. But yeah. So when that occurred, and then like I was just like, okay, seeing the signs and stuff like that. And then one thing I did notice, like when I was getting phone calls, my heart would beat fast.
Oh no.
So I knew. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting anxiety from this man, so I just need to let that go.
Mm.
Can I ask a question?
You broke up with him, right? Like
Most definitely.
Okay,
and girl,
good.
Why does
How long ago? Oh, that was when you were 18 years old.
Yeah, I was like 18.
And no more contact, no more anything, right?
Oh, I mean, like,
does he follow you on Instagram?
he be trying to follow me, yeah, but I like restricted like his accounts.
Oh, good.
But like they pop up and like I'm at the point where I don't give a fuck if you watch me. You just not finna ever be with me. You feel me? Like I'm kind of like to the point where I don't really be honestly, personally, I don't really go through my following for real. I try to stay more open into real life of what I got going on personally. Mm-hmm. But if I see like that Instagram name pop up, oh, most definitely I'm finna restrict it. Like, what are you doing here? Why are you still trying to come this way? You know? I don't feel no type of way towards it no more though, because I'm like in a bigger stage, better stage, mentally, physically, emotionally.
As you should.
What? White guy? Was it the white guy?
Oh no, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
No, I met plenty of white
Have
guys.
you blocked him and he made new accounts, still trying to get in contact with you?
Yeah.
That nigga upset.
He's made new accounts and tried to follow you.
Yeah,
through that?
like, and then I had to change my number because he called my number one time, like it was like a random number and like it was FaceTime. But sometimes I don't save people numbers, so I answered it. And I seen his face in the camera.
You can put the
I
spit
hung
back.
up like I hung up so
must have been
quick.
scary.
I said, "What the?" Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, nah." And I like, look, all respect. At the end of the day, I did have my experience, but I'm not gonna knock how he grew up. I've heard his mother like disrespect him, call him out his name and stuff like that, and that's why at the end of the day, like I know why you act how you act. I know why you have attachment issues. Like, you don't want me to go nowhere because you don't get that motherly love. You don't get that love. And I am very mature for my age. And growing up, talking to boys and shit like that in my age range, like, I was very mature to them, like, trying to get them to stay focused or stay on that path, especially black men. I dated a lot of black men. And unfortunately, they fall into the wrong path of doing crazy shit. So I try to, like, influence them to do better. So I don't blame nobody. Like, I don't blame nobody. I grew up and I learned, and it happened and how it happened. And now when I move forward, I just like to meet people a little more instead of just going into something just because they want to, if that makes sense.